But the difficult factor in the church is this. Sometimes a church says we want to grow, we want to have victory, but in fact, growth hurts. And growth sometimes hurts so much that the church really does not want it. And the place where growth hurts is here. It hurts because it means giving up power and giving up authority to new and different people coming into the church. And that's really hard for some people, particularly if they have held a grip on power and if they have been number one in terms of swaying power in that church. If they have to give up their power, it hurts so much and they resent it so deeply that they will do almost anything to prevent it from happening. And if it happens, sometimes in the church, people will try to sabotage the incoming people who have taken over their power. They will look over their shoulder and criticize everything they do, humiliate them if they make a mistake, to the point where the challengers try to take their power, are so worn out by that sort of belligerence and violence that they walk away. And the people who held the power in the past come back and say, well, we gave the new people a chance. I guess they weren't as dedicated as we were. That's what can happen if you have competitiveness in a church. We don't have that here. We have old and new leaders who love and respect each other. We don't have anyone holding on to power saying, this is my job and nobody else can do it. We have people who say, we are one team, we are one family, bound together by love and grace and kindness, all working towards the same goal of building this church. We aren't divided up into separate teams competing as if we are Olympic opponents. There is just one team. We recognize the goodness and the power of God inside of every person. And I didn't forget about Lord Baden-Powell, or as he pronounced his name, Lord Baden-Powell, but that's difficult for us. Lord Baden-Powell said, the Spirit is in every person, and it is our job to see it and develop it and let it shine. So I hope you'll look around you and not see anyone as a competitor, but see God's Spirit in everyone and help that person develop their strengths and develop God's Spirit within them and exercise their ministry in the context of God's kingdom. It's not the Olympics. We are not competitive. We have events. The events the church have, in no particular order, and maybe there are others, are these. The event is worship. We exist to give people the chance to lift heart and soul to God in praise. The next event is mission. We exist to help everyone who is in need in this community and around the world. The next event is Christian education for children and teens and all ages so that we can share the love we have found with new generations. The event is pastoral care, looking after people who need tenderness and grace and goodness. The event is building a family together filled with love. We're doing that at St. Andrew's, one team, united in love, striving towards that goal that Paul talked about in Ephesians, the glory of God, the calling of Christ into the kingdom of pure, endless, glorious love. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.